freaking game series is that?
Alright guys, after doing some heavy research, I couldn't find out what this logo is here. I know I've seen it. I know I've probably played it, or if I haven't played it, there's a reason. But if I did play it, there's a reason I don't remember it. So it's going to go under never played it. Sorry. Let me know what it is in the description below. Ratchet and Clank also will go under never played it. I can't judge it as a series. It was another one of those games that were very similar, like Banjo-Kazooie, Nintendo 64's Mario 64. Just those old school 3D platformers, really didn't get too much into. There were a couple. One of my favorites of all time is Mystical Ninja starring Go-Man. Why is that not on this list? Because it's not very well known. But yeah, I just never really played the Ratchet and Clank series. Red Dead Redemption would be in between. Felt like I wasted time, and it's not for me. I started a video series of the original Red Dead Redemption before Red Dead Redemption 2 came out. I did 2 or 3 videos, and I stopped playing the game. It was not fun to me. I spent more time riding from place to place than I did actually doing anything. And then on top of it, when they did have me doing things, it was a lot of horse wrangling, cattle wrangling, sheep herding, shit like that. Like, if I wanted to play games like that, I would go do like Farm Simulator or something silly. Just not my style. So I'm going to put it under not for me. It's just Red Dead Redemption as far as the series. I find LA Noire to be more interesting, which I'm a little disappointed that's not on here, but I guess since it's only one game in a franchise, it's... eh. Resident Evil. The best horror franchise, in my opinion. Goes under best of the best. That's not to take away from Silent Hill and things like that. As far as a franchise goes, man, Resident Evil is just... it's top notch. The only 2 games in the series I think I really didn't like... okay, that's a lie. There's like 4 games in the series I don't really like. 5 and 6. Just because 5 I felt like handled Wesker's ending very shittily. Shittily? Is shittily a word? Maybe. It's just Resident Evil was not my cup of tea. Not Resident Evil. I'm sorry, Resident Evil 5 was not my cup of tea. But like, and Resident Evil 6 was just way too actiony. It didn't really feel like a horror game. Resident Evil 0 was just short and kind of meh. And then there were a couple like the multiplayer ones, like Outbreak. Resident Evil Outbreak, I think, was one of them that I didn't think was all that great. Or the Raccoon City Files, or something like that. Somewhere in there. I don't remember. It was on like PlayStation 2. My buddy and I played it. It was But like all the other ones, 1, 2, 3 had its ups and downs. Code Veronica is my favorite in the series. 4, really good. 7, fucking amazing. Just one of the best fucking horror franchises out there. It's great. Rock Band, not the best, but would play again. Rock Band is, my opinion, the pinnacle of music rhythm games. Even though I would go out and say Beat Saber should be up there with music rhythm games, but it's a different style of music rhythm games. You're not actually playing with an instrument, you're slashing notes with a lightsaber. But Beat Saber, not Beat Saber, Rock Band. Beat Saber's not even on the fucking list. Depraved, get it through your head. Rock Band, great game. Definitely advise, if you've never played it before, play it. It's worth a play. The newest Rock Band was just okay. Rock Band 2 is my favorite in the entire series. I think Rock Band 2 was like when they were at the height of what they were doing, and then it kind of went all downhill from there. Crash Bandicoot as a series. Not for me. There was a period of time where there were 3 mascots. 3. In the video gaming industry that everybody knew. Nintendo had Mario, then along came Sega with Sonic, and then behind that came PlayStation with Crash. And at the time, I really felt like Crash was the weakest of the 3. And I think a lot of that for me had to do with they tried to do something different with the whole platforming thing, and I just felt like for me it didn't work. It was just not my style of platformer with the whole stage setup where it was like a 3D stage that you were running straight through, and like you had the little tunnel vision, and like you couldn't turn the camera, but like you could go back a little bit or go forward. I don't know, it just wasn't my style. Now maybe as an adult going back and playing it, it might change my opinion, but I haven't played it. Honestly, the newest thing the last time I played anything from Crash was the little bit that you played when playing through Uncharted 4, which was very cool, by the way. But yeah, Space Invaders. Would go in between felt like a waste of time and not for me. I'm gonna put it in felt like a waste of time though, just because again, it's just one of those old school games. It's so hard to go back and play. Tekken series as a fighting game series, again, feels like a waste of time. It is way too technical of a fighter. As a matter of fact, there's 2 or 3 other fighting game franchises that aren't on this list that I think should be on here, other than Tekken. Soul Calibur would definitely be on one of the top 2 tiers for me. Dead or Alive, one of the top 2 tiers for me. But Tekken and Virtua Fighter were like the 2 of mine that I disliked the least. It's just they just weren't fun. Telltale games. I'm going to put under worth a playthrough, and it pains me that that's how I have this labeled, because Telltale is one of those, and I'm glad they're listing Telltale games as a franchise and not like The Walking Dead's Telltale games or this, because all of Telltale games are very similar in their storytelling and the way they do them and the choice-based actions. But that is the problem with games like that. They're really only worth 1 playthrough, maybe 2 at the most, if you want to try and see what different outcomes you can get. They're amazing. And I started a farewell to Telltale game series. I need to get back to it. I streamed it last time. I need to make it a video thing so I can do individual videos for every single I want to do individual videos for each episode of every single Telltale game. And I'm thinking of changing the name to Remembering Telltale instead of Farewell to Telltale, now that Telltale's been gone for a while. And I would love to start off with Bones on the PC and work my way up from there, because I can't go far enough back to get CSI, because it's hard to find the CSI games. You can't get them on PC anymore. And I don't have a PS2 to go back and get them on. But Telltale games are worth a playthrough. Tetris would be in between not for me and feels like a waste and felt like a wasted time. I don't like Tetris. I don't. I find them boring. Sims franchise, worth a playthrough. And I say that because I loved Sims 1, I loved Sims 2, I didn't play Sims 3, I own Sims 4, I haven't played it much. The Sims franchise is great, but what makes them great is literally just building things. Building a house and hanging things in it, going and downloading custom-made things that other people have made, and including them in your game to make your house even more extravagant. Making a neighborhood full of you and your friends and just watching the shenanigans that unfolds. Now, I am a little dark, and one of the things I used to do is I would build me a house. And I wouldn't make my friends in these ones because that's just dark. But I would build like a house. I'd invite people over to a party, and when they would go into the bathroom, I would remove the door, remove the toilet, and let them starve and piss on themselves until they died. And then I would take their tombstones that you get for their death and place them in the backyard and have a graveyard. And then I'd get haunted because that's how that game worked. But fun times to be had, worth a playthrough. Always great. Plants vs. Zombies, not for me. I've played it a few times. It's kind of boring to me. I don't really necessarily feel like I wasted my time, but I knew playing it that like it just wasn't my style of game. Mirror's Edge goes in between, like, if I could say like in between never played it and worth a playthrough, but not quite the other 2 options, if that makes any sense. I'm gonna say worth a playthrough though. I have only played through about halfway through the first game. I want to get back to it, but I stopped playing it because I was like, hey, I should probably stream this game. People would probably enjoy that. So I stopped playing it. And I will eventually go through and stream it, or at least record it. It's a fun little game, definitely worth a check out. We're going to skip Uncharted for a second. We're going to do Watch Dogs, and the reason why we're skipping Uncharted is because Watch Dogs is something I can actually say I've just never played. It did not look like my style of game when I seen it come out, and then I started reading the reviews, and I wasn't going by what people were rating it as far as the numbers. The thing I look for in reviews, I don't look for what their overall ranking is of it. The 6 out of 10s, the 7 out of 10s, the 8 out of 10s, the 9 out of 10s, none of that shit matters. Because if you really think about it, what you should be looking for in a review is you should be reading about what they liked and disliked about the game. Because you as a gamer know what you like. And there are times you'll see something that you've never experienced and you reach out and you try to see if it's something that you like, and you should do that. But for the most part, if you read a review, you see things, you know what you like, you know what you don't like. I've read reviews where somebody was like, I hated the fact there were so many QTEs. I personally love nothing but QTE games. I love QTEs. I think QTEs are some of the best inventions ever put in a video game because it makes action sequences more cinematic and still makes you feel like you have control of the action sequence. And it's even better if they add in funny ways to die out of it. But little things like that. If you know what you like in a game, don't look at if they think it's a 6 out of 10. They can say that they think it's a 6 out of 10, and the biggest reason that they hate is the biggest reason why you think you would probably like it. Read the review. Don't read the numbers. Read the review. See what they say about it. But with that being said, I just never played Watch Dogs. I read the review. It didn't sound like it would be something that would be for me, so I passed up on it, even though apparently they kind of share the Assassin's Creed universe a little bit. Last but not least, we got Uncharted. Uncharted is going to go into the best of the best category for me as the last game in that category. The reason why it goes in the best of the best game category, they took the original Tomb Raider formula and made it better. And then Tomb Raider copied Uncharted's formula, which Uncharted copied from Tomb Raider and edited it. And really all the new Tomb Raider series did was copy the Uncharted formula. Uncharted, the story of Drake and everyone involved in that game. Dude, it's just such an epic story playing through from 1 to 4. I was streaming them for a while, and now I'm caught up on Mario. I need to finish Mario, I know. But man, these games are just epic. Except for like it was either 2 or 3. It's kind of like me somewhere in between there. It's like a combination of the two. But 4 is just an outstanding game, and I cannot wait to see what else they do with that. So as you can see, this is the end of my tier list. This has been a long video of me droning on about a bunch of shit. I do apologize for all that. But as you can see, we now have our tiers laid out. With that being said, that is going to end the video here. If you guys would like to see me do another tier list, maybe one that's not as long, maybe one that I actually take the time to create myself. But Nick, if you did that, if you would have created this tier list yourself, you wouldn't have put any games on there that you didn't really like in the franchise. Yeah, you're probably right. Anyways, enough about talking to myself. Thank you all for watching. I greatly appreciate it. You guys have all been amazing. Last but not least, to all you mothers out there that are watching this on Mother's Day, or if you watch a little past Mother's Day because you're spending time with your family, I understand. I just want to tell you, happy Mother's Day. Whether you're a mom, a stepmom, a mother figure in somebody's life because their mom's not in their life. If you're a foster mom, if you're a dad that also has to be a mom because their mom has either passed away or has decided to not be in their life. If you are... Did I cover all the basis of mothering? I think I did. Anyways, this day is for you. Thank you. I appreciate everything that you do. Your kids appreciate everything you do. You are all amazing. Man, I hope you have a happy Mother's Day. I really do. With that being said, thanks for watching, everybody. Be sure to slash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications, as I do like to put out content periodically. I've been doing my music thing. I'm taking a couple-day break from that so I can feel better. I'm trying to also like stall and hope that more new music comes out. I know a few of you have requested some more things from Locksmith, some more things from Tech 9. I'm also still planning on doing a Eminem lyric breakdown video. I already know what song I'm going to do for my first one, so when that comes, be sure to don't post it here, because if you post it here, I'm not going to even look at it. I mean, I'll look at it, but I won't register it as something I'm going to do. But I want to do lyrical breakdown videos for Eminem songs, because I feel like there's a lot of stuff people miss, and Eminem's lyrics aren't hard to break down. You just have to listen. But with that being, because he's got so many, like, he can say 3 lines and it'll have 4 different meanings. Like, I'm being serious when I say that. I already know what song I'm going to do first. It's going to be a really old song, and it's one that really probably doesn't need much lyrical breakdown, but I'm going to break it down to give you an idea of what it is that I want to do moving on. And at that point, I will take requests on Eminem songs that you guys would like for me to break down in that video. But in this video, no. In this video, what I want you to do, if you guys want me to do more tier lists, because I actually had a lot of fun doing this. I know it kind of ran super long, but they had a bunch of games, and I'm sorry for that. If you guys would like to see a tier list, maybe even breaking down individual genres or individual game franchises, games like, hey, Nick, do an Assassin's Creed tier list where you rank all the Assassin's Creed games. Like, I could do that. As a matter of fact, I might do that. Anyways, that is going to do it, everybody. Thank you all for watching, and I cannot wait to see you depraved people later. Take care.